Friends, this is the Hapstone RS Knife Sharpener. I've just got it, it's unused, and I haven't sharpened a single knife. This is my friend Kevins Spyderco that is extremely dull, and it's going to be our guinea pig. We are going to try out the Hapstone RS Knife Sharpener on this, as you can see, extremely abused and dull Spyderco. I believe it's a Tenacious. And we're going to be using these Venev diamond infused stones. So it's going to be a pretty good video here. Got us a guinea pig, got us some good stones, got us a new knife sharpener. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. We got giveaways too, so you're going to want to be subscribed to enter those. I'll go into the details about the giveaways in just a few minutes. But right now, so I've already have an unboxing and assembly video. I posted that last week when I first got it. Check out my playlist for that video if you're into the unboxing and assembly. This video will be more about the first use and my initial impressions of the knife sharpener. So far, I really like it, and I'm excited to try it out on Kevin's knife here. So what you want to do is you want to tighten the knife into the knife sharpener clamps with the supplied Allen wrench. This version only has 2 clamp arms. There's another version that has 4 arms, and I believe it comes with an angle finder and a nicer Allen wrench. It's about $50 more. And Hapstone included an extra set of these hardware in the box, so thumbs up to Hapstone. So now what I want to do is make sure that the blade of my knife is perpendicular to the pivot point of the Hapstone sharpener. That way I have an equal length going to the sweep of the blade as I sharpen it. Here is the Venev diamond stones, and they come in 80, 150, 240, 600, 800, and 1200. Now these are not made with the plates on them. They are two-sided, but I'm going to show you here in a minute. They will work on this type of knife sharpener. This is the leather strop and paste we're going to be using. I got that from Gritomatic, and they are Venev as well. So we're going to start out with the 80 grit here. It's 80 grit on one side and 150 on the other. Here is the Hapstone arm. And if you see, these are angled for the plates, but I am just going to use them and clamp them in here. You know, they don't have the bevels, but they're secure. They're not going to move around. I'm confident I'm not going to have an issue, so I'm going to give it a shot. Here's another view of it in there. It just has enough tension to hold that in there and then backing. So it seems like almost like they're made perfectly for it. They're just double-sided. So now we got to find our angle on the blade. So we're going to use this little digital angle finder. I got this for I think less than $10 on Amazon. So I like to do it on the blade. Hapstone has a little area up there, but let's zero this out. All right, now let's try to place Hapstone. Okay, see the difference? Because the Spyderco is a full flat grind, it's at a different angle. It's not perfectly parallel with the Hapstone flat spot there. So let's zero that out, remove it, put our stone over onto the blade, put the angle finder on there. Okay, now that's our true angle. It's about 19.2. Now, if you want to adjust it, you can do a micro adjusted up there or major adjusting at the bottom. The micro, you just turn it up, but if you see I'm making a mistake here. I'm turning the whole thing spinning around. I should be holding the bottom where that tension nut is, and it would have went a lot faster. That was my mistake. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen Kevin's at 20 degrees and bevel. And let's put this away, turn it off, make sure we don't burn up the batteries. Come back next time we go to use it, it'll be dead. And I will say, I'm really liking how compact this Hapstone RS is. Doesn't take up a lot of my desk space. Got plenty of room to work here. Now, the Venev stones are going to need a little bit of lubrication, so this is a little foil pan I use for my Weber grill. So use one of those, and that's going to keep my desk clean from the water, because we're going to take some tap water with just a couple drops of Dawn dish detergent in there, and that's going to lubricate our stones. So the pan's there to gather it. If you see later in the video, I'm smart enough to throw my extra stones in there to keep that aluminum pan from bouncing around. Now, I didn't do the marker trick to find out what the current bevel is on the knife, because I wanted to set my own bevel on this one. The knife blade was pretty much destroyed as far as the edge was concerned, so I decided I want to go with a 20-degree bevel. This is actual drawings I did, and they're accurate. This is a 15, this is a 25, and what I'm trying to show you here is, if you look behind the edge of the blade, this area here, you have a lot more meat in a 25-degree bevel than you do this 15. But the 15 is going to be a lot more slicey. The 25-degree, that's going to be more for a survival or bushcraft kind of knife. I decided to go with a 20. That's halfway in between. And I'm not going to do a micro bevel. I'm just going to do a straight 20-degree and then hone it, and that'll be a good, durable working edge for Kevin. I do my blades differently depending on what I'm using the blade for, and the geometry of the blade and all that, but I think Kevin, somebody that doesn't sharpen the knife very often, I believe 20 degrees is going to work out best for him without the micro bevel. So we worked one edge with the 80, and lubricate it again, and then work the second side, and until I get where I feel I have that, I reground the bevel to 20 degrees, and we're just going to keep working that. Now, the arm on this RS model, I'm going to call it the swing arm, the part that holds the stone that I'm moving back and forth, is different than the other Hapstone model and most of the other fixed angle sharpeners I see on the market. Most of them, the whole arm is solid, and it goes through a bearing of some sort that you have to keep lubricated with, some kind of oil or something to keep it running smooth. And it's got adjustable stops to keep you from over travel. This one, the part that's on the stone is a tube, and the part that's attached to the tower in the back is solid, and that just goes in and out of the tube. So there's no adjustable stops or anything. And the top of the arm, it's attached. That is just a magnet up there that sits, and you can just remove the whole arm at any time. So makes it real handy. Here I am checking for a burr. You can see how much steel that the Venev stones take off. They work very fast. I have edited this video down from about an hour and a half. This whole process took about an hour and a half. I know you're not going to sit here for an hour and a half and listen to me talk and sharpen a knife. So I have edited it down, but I'm trying to keep all the highlights in the video for those people that like to see all the little details. So look up there to the left. You see that ball? That's just a magnetic ball that's sitting in a socket. And like I said, the arm is just a tube that's sliding back and forth on the solid dowel. And it works very well. I did add a little bit of zero friction oil, Pro Shot zero friction oil to the rod up there, just because, not because it wasn't smooth, it was just making a little noise. So put a couple drops on there, and it quieted it down quite a bit. So I'm trying to clean up as I go. Clean the stones, clean the knife, and keep it lubricated. As you see, we've already switched over to the 150. We've flipped the stone over and we're on the second side with the 150 already. And we're just going to continue to keep working it. The Hapstone Sharpener, as you see, it's not really bouncing around a lot. It's pretty sturdy. The base probably weighs 5 pounds or so. I'm sure we can get the specs off the box. But the only thing I'll say is, see how I'm having a little problem here lining that up? It's all orange and it's hard to tell which side, and it spins around. So sometimes you don't get the bevels aligned. And that's one thing I kind of don't like. That's a downside, that's a con. But I'm going to fix that because I'm just going to take a Sharpie or something and put an X on the sides. That way when I have it upside down, I know which two sides have my bevel. I don't have to sit there and look for it like I did there. So I can fix that myself. Hapstone, if you're listening, put a little dot or something down there so people know that the bevels are lined up. So now we're going with the 400 here. It's moving along pretty quick. These Venev stones, they're really nice. They have a really good feel to them. If you sharpen knives, you know what I'm talking about. You can tell when you got your angle right and the stone's doing the work like it's supposed to. It's not gliding over the steel. It's not grinding on the steel. It's a certain feel that you start to recognize, and these have it. Now these Venev stones, they're infused with diamonds. It's not just a layer on the top. The bonding agent has the diamonds throughout. So the diamonds won't wear off. As you wear the stone, you expose more diamonds. That's what's nice about them. This set of 3, like I said, it goes from 80 to 1200. I think you can get for about 110 bucks, which isn't bad because you know 3 stones, but you got 6 sides, and they really are about the perfect size for these. Now, as we continue to sharpen Kevin's knife, I want you to pay attention to the stack of boxes in the background. To the left, you'll see a green box. That's a Spyderco Bird Cara 2. And that is October's knife giveaway. We're giving that away at the end of the month. There's also in the center, you see the brown Benchmade box. That is a tagged out in the green G10. And that one's being given away when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you go to those videos where I review those 2 knives and comment on those videos, I want this knife. That way you're entered in those giveaways. They're both nice knives. You can also see I've already given away 2 knives since I've started the channel, and those are posted as well. So check those out in my my playlist. You definitely don't want to miss out on your chance to win one of those beautiful knives. They're both brand new, and the only thing I did was unbox them and reviewed them. Alright, so we finished up with the 1200, both sides, worked that good, edited the video, make it a little shorter. Now we are on our leather strop. So I am smearing this diamond paste on there. I showed you at the beginning of the video what I was using, and usually I don't put so much on there, but this one's pretty much new, so I need to get it really infused with that paste. As you can see, most of it's wiping off onto the blade here. You definitely want to go one direction so you don't cut your leather strop either. These things are about 10 bucks a piece now. It's not too bad, but if you cut it, that's 10 bucks down the trash pretty quick. So I'm just get this back up here onto the strop, reuse it. Try not to cut my finger while I do it. But once that gets infused, I won't put so much on there. And actually, I think it works better when you don't have as much on there. It doesn't glide. You can definitely tell the feel. It's a lot different. But I'm just trying to get everything loaded. This is the first use of this. This is pretty much the first time I use these strops. And I'll keep those in a container nice and clean, probably a Ziploc bag or something to keep them drying out. Now in the video, it may look like the arms are flexing a lot or something, but when you're using it, it doesn't feel that way. You might see me stick my finger up there once in a while to help support it, but no, it's just the way it turned out in the video. The Hapstone sharpener is very rigid. It gives you a sense of confidence. It's not a flimsy tool. There's a little play in there, but I'm really being very heavy-handed with the stones in the strop. I'm bad about that. You know, I'm a big guy. I got big arms, and you know, I'm like a bull in the china shop. So whatever you see, any flex, that's really on me, because I'm probably just putting way too much pressure, maybe more than I should. There's no play when you switch the knife back and forth. It's a very quick, there, locked in. You don't feel like it's going to spin on you or anything. The base is strong enough that when you go to flip it over, you don't have to hold the base with your other hand. But the sharpener's light enough to make it compact where you can move it around. You don't feel like you're moving a brick. I really like it. The Hapstone sharpener is really something I've been looking for a long time. Now I'm going to have another video on the second knife I did, and that's going to be the Mannix 2, and that's going to be using the Spyderco ceramic stones I bought for this. So you might want to come back and watch that video once I have it up. I'll start editing that one probably tomorrow. I use the Venev diamond stones for reprofile, but I bought the ceramic Spyderco stones for my daily touch-ups. So kind of two definitely different purposes. These diamond stones are very aggressive. They cut very fast, but they only go up to 1200. The Spyderco Ultra Fine, I believe that's close to 5,000 or 6,000. So they're going to be more of a finish knife, and I'll use those on my daily EDCs. And that's why I bought this Hapstone RS. This thing is just perfect for just my daily touch-up. It's small, sits on the desk, it's compact. I love it, you know. Will it do a machete? No, it's a little small for that, but I got bigger knife sharpeners for that. This is just my perfect everyday sharpener, and I love it. So thumbs up, Hapstone RS. Yes, I think it's the best thing on the market. And let's see, Kevins knife, find a place I haven't shaved the hair off. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hair shaving sharp. Look at that. Alright, thumbs up, Hapstone sharpener. Alright friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, keeps the content coming, and make sure you're entered in the giveaways. Thanks for watching.